right, here we go.
You crazy mother.
The East
All right, you ready?
Podcast.
Yep. Are you listening?
All right.
Crazy mother.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the podcast. This is the East Rose Podcast. I'm Tony. That's my boy Steve Rinaldi. Let's get with this.
Repping the Eagles gear today, bro.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know you were a diehard. Like, are you diehard?
Nah, man, nah. You know, I watch a little bit of football. I mean, ever since I had the kids, I don't really watch as much as I used to.
Right.
You know, but you know, I keep up as much.
You got to
I
get a
can.
big screen TV out here.
Yeah,
we need it. We need some heat right now.
I know, man. Yeah, I gotta.
The last one
fire
we
up
shot
a
was earlier in the day. This one is like later in the afternoon.
Yeah,
I'm freezing my balls off. I
Yeah,
should have wore a
man.
coat.
Speaking of sports, man, in
Tom
general,
Brady, Tampa.
Yeah, man.
I'm excited,
dude. That's insane, man. I don't know how the hell that happened. I mean,
no, it's good for the game. It's good for
Yeah.
the game, and based on, I mean, by the time we air this, it might be something that happens. But I'm hearing that they might sign Antonio Brown.
who, Tampa?
Yeah, ain't that crazy?
Oh my gosh, dude, that would be.
Like, they're just allowing all these people want to play with him. All these players want to
Yeah,
play with
yeah.
him. Coaches, personnel.
Just
They're going to want that opportunity to play
Yeah.
with the best of all time.
Yeah.
Because whether if you like him or not.
Yeah,
I mean,
what is he now? Like 40,
I think it's 42,
42 or
42.
43? Yeah.
I mean,
He's got what do you figure? Probably. I mean, today you almost can't tell how much time. He never took a lot of punishment. You know what I mean? So, I guess he's got at least a good 2 years left. You think? I mean, would they signed him for 2 years?
at
Right?
a high level, I don't know. I don't know. It's good thing.
Yeah.
It makes sense right now. They needed a quarterback.
Yeah.
I think the Super Bowl's in Tampa this year.
Is it really?
Look that up.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Can you imagine how crazy that would be?
If they even have a football, listen, we don't even know if they're going to have an NFL season this year, man. It's like
they will.
They will. They probably will. I know we're not going to have an NBA season. We're not going to have any baseball this year. This damn coronavirus is killing it.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the Super Bowl in the next 5 years? Which Super Bowl? Is it Miami this year? Tampa Bay.
Tampa
2021.
Bay. Dude, that's
I
crazy.
don't think that's ever been done. I don't think the town that hosts it
is in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And could win it.
Right.
You know.
But he's said publicly that he's not going to be wearing a blazer at next year's Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
He's just a monster. He's a competitor.
Yeah, yeah.
So it should be exciting,
Dude. That's
and you
gonna
know,
be good.
it's great that happened right now because all you're seeing is coronavirus stuff.
Yeah.
Every time you turn on the channel, every time you look on your phone.
Yeah, we needed some new news.
Even us, it's like, how can we not address it? I want to talk about something else that's going on in my life, bro, but it's just like...
Well, that's a big one, man. That's a real big one. I mean, I think anybody who's a sports fan, even if you're not really an NFL fan, I mean, who doesn't know Tom Brady? I mean, it's like, he is... I mean, in some way, I don't know. Would you say he's like the biggest sports figure currently? I think he is.
Active?
Yeah.
That's pretty close with him and LeBron.
You're talking about...
Him and LeBron, pretty close.
What's he got, 20? I mean, how many seasons? 20 seasons?
You're throwing some
I think it is, man. That sounds insane. It sounds insane, but, he is 42.
We don't know if he's 42.
Well, he is. I think
we
he is.
do this all the time. We're dudes at the corner bar, and I think, let me tell you something, what he is.
That's right. He is. He's 42.
Keep telling me not to touch the mic. I miss doing comedy so bad.
I know.
This
you
is
got to
so
touch
weird.
that mic.
Listen, the whole thing with we were talking about the last time we got together with this whole coronavirus thing and how it's affect. I'm losing my mind, bro.
Yeah.
I was YouTubing videos of this is how bored I am. What they ate during the Great Depression.
Really?
There's something called the poor man's feast.
And what's that?
It's a slice of steak, thin slice of steak, sautéed with lemon, sautéed potato, and boiled rice.
Wow.
You could look it up online.
Yeah.
Poor man's feast. I'm hoping we don't get to that point.
Yeah, me too, man. I don't know, man.
But I'm looking up times in the world where these types of situations have happened. So it's just I got to get off the computer.
Yeah,
I got to stop.
Yeah. Well, you know what, man? People they've been through big things, man. This is one of them, right? And especially in this country, man, people have survived some of the biggest things. You know what I mean? And but the main thing is to not be. It's one of the things I hate is this friggin' I never realized how much I hated it until now. It's a 24-hour news cycle because you can't escape these things now. You turn on the news, boom, all this shit is just constant. And that's why what you're talking about is, there's so many things happening in sports currently. It's like, in some ways, it's like, I mean, thank God something's happening.
But
you got Brady,
you really can't do
are,
anything. You don't have options. You
Yeah.
don't have a lot of options being trapped in your house right now.
Yeah.
Like, even if you wanted to invite some guys over, play some cards.
Yeah, you can't do it.
If I wanted to play poker with you right now, bro, I'm pitching.
Yeah,
throwing
exactly.
The cards
Yeah.
at you. It's throwing the chip. We're not supposed to be.
We were
touching
just
the
mentioning
same
that,
surfaces.
Yeah.
There's no gambling right now.
We were just mentioning that there's not going to be any church service. There's not going to be, whatever
can't even
people
go to
do.
church.
Yeah. Did you see it was a priest that was doing drive-up confessions. Did you see that?
No, but
Yeah, drive-up confessions,
That wouldn't
man.
surprise me because I know you could watch Mass on the computer from your home.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
That's become.
Oh my God, man! Speaking of sports, did you see?
We were
I'm
just
not
talking about
listen,
church.
Yeah, we're just talking. Well, speaking about church, whatever. No, back to sports real quick. Then we'll get back to church and we'll get back to everything that that's what it's doing. It's driving us fucking crazy. Check this out, man. I caught this on YouTube. It was wrestling, Raw.
Empty arena.
Dude, it was empty arena. Unbelievable, man.
Yeah. I think this was the last one was the last one I seen at least with Rob Gronkowski is he's going to be hosting WrestleMania.
Crazy, man.
In an empty
with
arena.
Nobody there.
You know what's crazy though? If somebody tests positive, that's it. WWE's done.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
from what I'm hearing from like rumors online is anybody that works any WWE event right now, which is empty arena at their facilities down in Orlando,
Yeah.
they get their temperature taken before entering the building.
Oh, they have to, man.
But these guys are still working. They're breathing on top of each other. They're physical.
Yeah.
I don't know how much longer that's going on, but they're still entertaining. They're still being creative. They're still doing what they love. It's kind of like what we're doing.
Well, the weird thing was,
we're
like,
finding a way to make
Yeah.
it work, bro. I mean, I look forward to this.
The crazy thing was as bizarre as it was to watch, a WWE, event with no one there. It was Stone Cold Steve Austin is the one that I saw, right?
He's great at working the crowd.
And let me tell you something, man. It was still entertaining. As I was watching it, I thought to myself, in some ways, WWE has kind of taken a dive. You know what I mean? But people are home and they're trying to find entertainment. And we were just saying everything is coronavirus. So many sports are going to scrap their season. This could be great for I remember when wrestling was it was a big deal, man, when I was a kid. And you know what? It's almost nice to think that that maybe even with no one there, that wrestling can still put on a show that people want to see.
And it's a different kind of show because I think I'd seen an interview with Stone Cold Steve Austin after he did that empty arena show, and he said, listen, I've performed coming up in the business in front of 4 people.
Yeah, and you have
crowds.
too.
Well,
yeah, you've talked about that.
I'm still at that level
but
where
you know what?
occasionally you do a show that's terrible and
of
it
course,
humbles
but
you,
you're
and there's
also,
not a lot of people there.
Right, of course, but you're also at the level where you'll walk into a 100 or 200 people show.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're at that level.
But it's humbling these guys.
But you started out, you remember those days where, you walk in and you're like, shit, man, there's just a couple of people there. You were able to still do your job and do it well.
And they are doing a great job.
They're doing a phenomenal job.
What they're dealing with,
Yeah, I mean, I'd kind of stepped away from wrestling. I mean, I've always been a fan of wrestlers, because they're more than just wrestlers. They're more than just athletes. They're actors. They're first of all, they take a beating. You know what I mean? It's definitely, we've talked about this before. It may be scripted, but it is real.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
was a diehard wrestling fan as a kid.
Yeah.
And that's still my guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Is if and when I'm like home or I got some downtime, I'm on YouTube just watching the highlights. I don't sit there and watch a whole episode like I used to.
Yeah.
Like Mondays used to be a priority for me when I was a kid.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I'm still a fan of the game and what those guys do.
But they were talking about, so, that's wrestling, right? They're doing this in front of no one. They were talking about, like, the PGA Tour. That there just will be no one there. No one
they
to
are.
cheer.
They're going forward with it?
I believe currently they're still going forward with it. I mean, it is a sport where they can keep their distance, you know what I mean? And they can kind of, be safe. Wrestling, it's surprising because, I mean, you don't keep your distance. That's still a contact sport, so I don't know, man. Baseball is scrapping their season. I mean, that's more about the fans. So I don't know, it's like, but it's going to be bizarre, man. It's really going to be bizarre to watch any sport that's going to carry on. And there's not going to be any of that cheering or there's not going to be any of that. But it was interesting to see it for the first time in my life, to see an event without fans. I'm assuming, that MMA will probably go that route. It was still entertaining. I mean, I didn't hear the cheers, and they were still kind of playing to this imaginary fan base. But you know what? It was entertaining. I mean, in some ways I was glad they're still pushing along because otherwise, we're just going to be inundated with this, with just all this, all this news that, I just want to get away from.
Yeah, it's
know
something
what I mean?
to watch.
Yeah.
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 What's really driving me nuts is the liquor stores are done.
Oh, man. You're not going to the restaurants.
You got an extra case of beer back here?
No, man.
Nothing?
I got about 3 beers left. That's it.
Are you serious?
Are the liquor stores closed? I don't even know yet.
They're done in Philly.
I got about a half a gallon of limoncello left.
You got
I had
homemade?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm making limoncello, so I got about a half a gallon left, which won't last for very long.
I gotta get my father a call. He might have some homemade red left over in the house.
Oh, we do. My buddy, we're gonna probably run over there soon and bottle their red. Just got finished up, so
yeah.
I mean, maybe we'll have a little something to drink, but, I don't know. That limoncello, man, I almost sometimes think that stuff's like 110 proof, man. I think, that might be good for for virus defense. So I got home last night, and first thing I did, man, I've been taking off my clothes, throwing them right in the wash. I go right in the shower. I don't even let my kids hug me or anything like that. And then I drank, more limoncello than normal. I'll have one, and I'll sip on that for a little while, but I downed one and then I sipped on the second one, so I have no idea if that's like, anything that would actually help.
But you're generally a homebody, so this isn't rocking your world to a major extreme. I mean it's different.
Yeah, I mean a homebody,
this amazing property. You can keep busy on your open time, right?
Yeah.
You could work on a garden, whatever you want to do.
But you know what? I mean, homebody, yeah. I mean, we do a lot here, but we're very social. So, this home, this house, this pool and stuff like that, we have tons of people over all the time. So in some ways, yeah, it has changed. You know what I mean? And, I'm hoping the summer will get back to the way it is, or the way it normally is, because our house is an open house, man. We just have, people just come, they call us and they say, we're going to go swimming. All right, we'll see you when we get home, So I don't want to lose that. That was something that, we really look forward to. So we're very social. We do a lot at home. But, I mean, it's different for everybody, right? And that's why I said, what are you going to watch if they don't have, these, like, what entertainment are you going to watch? I would imagine there's going to be so many shows. They're talking about, is it Jeopardy when that comes on? That's big with my in-laws. They love Jeopardy. So I hear they're not going to have anybody there. How do they do it like a Price is Right? Is that even going to be a show anymore? Like, you need people to come running up,
and the people
hugging on you, people spinning the thing.
The production. It ain't like something that you put together here.
Yeah,
with just one person could set it up.
Yeah,
you got to think of all the people that have to work to produce this thing.
And do these
the audience is just a piece,
right?
There's a team of people that go into producing shows at that level,
right? So you can do maybe a wrestling event, but you can't, like some of these shows, like these game shows or these singing shows and stuff like that. you can't do them because you need that audience participation. You're pulling people in, especially like a Price is Right or something like that. Come on down, right? You can't do that.
Right.
Can these shows survive? So, here's what I'm saying. If you take something out of my life for just a short period of time, I've forgotten about it, and I don't go back to it usually. I need that constant, something that I'm entertained by. I need to stay with it because when it disappears, I've found something else, or maybe it's weird. So you wonder how much we'll survive. When people are healthy again, when we don't have to worry about this, because I'm assuming that will happen. How much will change? We haven't even really. There's so many things that will be gone or that will come of this, and it's just a product of what we just went through. There will be shows that people will find inappropriate today. Or
I generally don't watch television.
Yeah.
So this has been. I said up in the previous podcast, extremely challenging.
Well, I don't watch any of those shows that I mentioned.
I've seen online somebody's doing a viral open mic.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Like all these Facebook groups are getting put together.
You know what? Why wouldn't they have that anyway?
That's something different. Because
why would this have made that happen, dude? That's awesome.
Because we feed off the energy of the crowd. Live comedy is different than most things. So it's like, I don't know. I thought about putting something together where like every day I do a new joke, I post it. Yeah. I take that risk, and I ask people, am I doing well, or am I bombing? That's something different, right? I mean,
different, but I could see where that would be. I mean, you need that
really
gratification too of the crowd.
Right.
You need to know how it's working.
And a lot of stand-ups we write on stage.
Yeah.
That's where at this level I found is most effective for me. Of course, I do some writing at home, but I like getting up there with a topic and going for it and taking some chances and seeing where it leads me.
Yeah.
So, it's been really different. But if you need somebody to help you with any stuff around the house or outside here, we'll keep our social distancing, and you can throw me a little something.
Yeah, that's right.
I could use them.
That's right. Start a landscaping business together.
How typical is that for two Italian guys?
Well,
right?
you know what? Listen,
you can't Uber right now, can you? Is Uber still going?
I don't know, but you mentioned like a landscaping business. Who needs one when you're home? So it's like, I don't know, man. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that's got to be hurting. Even those. So
and with posting these, that's the other challenging part about it. Is like even podcasting.
Yeah.
Shit is changing so rapidly right now.
Yeah.
That by the time we post this, stuff that we're talking about may not even be relevant.
Yeah, you're right.
It might have changed so much.
Yeah.
There might get to a point
Well, look at how much it's changed just our podcasting alone, our style of podcasting. It's like, what we're doing now is, we're trying to be somewhat informative.
Is your equipment waterproof?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
We'll be out here with umbrellas.
But, we want to be somewhat informative, but, we're not trying to act like we're experts of anything, you know what I mean? And we just kind of want to be as entertaining as we can be, and I would assume as the weeks go on, we'll, kind of get back more to the style that we feel, that we've grown accustomed to. But, I mean, it's like, this whole thing is like, it's got so many thoughts in your mind where, again, where we're thinking about the impact that it's had on sports, the impact that it's had on comedy, the impact that it's had on, we just came up with, with services like that, even just an outside service, maybe a landscaping business. Maybe it's, this thing is definitely going to touch more people than we think it is. It's going to touch everyone in some way. And that's why entertainment, it's so sad to see that entertainment is struggling because we need it so bad.
Right.
We really do. So,
even
I love
the
gyms
being closed down, too.
Yeah.
That's another rock. Like,
yeah, it is.
It's good that we could still walk.
Yeah.
Because the weather's going to get good in the next week or two. So, stay active, run outside. Right now, what can you really do at home? You got to do do the prison workout, right? Sit-ups, push-ups.
Oh, my God, prisons, dude. You think about...
I'm stuff like that. Air squats. These are the kind of workouts you're going to have to do right now. But I hate that we have a curfew. Like...
Yeah.
I got to leave in the next 5 minutes because we got to be in at a certain time.
But anyway, I think to myself, how much we need, entertainment, right? It's like you're dealing with all this stuff, And, entertainment is struggling, and the idea that, we're going to lose opportunities to go find these entertaining things, you know what I mean? Comedy, sports, things like that. Obviously, we already lost some sports, you know what I mean, and stuff. So it's like we have to have something we're going to be home for these few weeks, you know what I mean? So you're talking about like that guy who did the open mic. I think to myself, like, that's great, man. You got to have things like that. Keep on plugging away and doing what you're doing.
Definitely.
Because people need that entertainment. We are just being bombarded by bad news. It's coming. More of it will come tomorrow, and in some ways you got to be able to escape it. So, I don't know. It's a little bit, the whole thing is scary, but, we've gone through what? Is this 2 weeks now of this thing that's been going on?
Yeah.
2.5 weeks or something like that since people really realized what we're dealing with. And I'm already sick of it, man. I'm ready to just kind of have moments to step away from it. Maybe I'll start watching some more Netflix. Maybe I'll start to find some shows that I never caught up on that people told me I always had to see, but I'm ready to turn off the news, man. Maybe just check in once in a while.
That's what I've been doing. I'm down to about an hour a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's driving me crazy.
The 24-hour news cycle it'll just terrify you.
Yeah.
So you pretty much can get today's news in what? What do you think, about 5 minutes, and maybe get back on with life. Maybe we can start to enjoy more of our family. That's one thing. You spend a lot of time with your grandpop. You always have, but, you probably had more opportunities now.
No, I can't be around them.
Oh, that's right.
I could be a silent carrier. So
how old is he now?
So he's 87.
Oh yeah.
So I leave everything on the porch when I drop it off.
So he is. Yeah, he's
but,
in that high
we're
risk.
FaceTiming all the time. We're on the phone.
Yeah.
But he's based on what the news is telling us. We're doing everything right.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's all stocked up. I'm checking on him all the time.
Yeah.
If I go over there, it's me outside the house. Hey, I'm out front. He'll walk out. He'll talk to me. We're far apart, But
I saw a guy, it ended up on the internet, and it ended up on the news too, where a guy, he visited his family member. Maybe it was his dad. I'm not sure who it was, but he set up a chair and visited him and talked to him through the window on the phone. So they could see each other, and they talked on the phone, man. And, that was a sweet thing to see, man. It really was. It's like nothing's going to keep people who love each other away from each other.
No doubt.
Yeah. So not even this thing. So, me and you, man, we care about each other. We're here. We're 6 feet apart, but, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, this is our new
again,
thing.
Tone.
Maybe we'll make something come up, Maybe we'll make something new, man. We're doing the foot bump now, It started out everybody was shaking hands, and then they're bumping, and then it's elbows. And now I'm just foot bumping people, man. You can't stay 6 feet away when you elbow bump. So you got to get going.
Yeah,
I know that.
We got a curfew in Jersey, so. But guys, again, thank you to all the people in healthcare, the nurses, the doctors. I know I'm praying for you guys every day, and I can't thank you enough for all you're doing. So.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I just want to do a shout out for that again.
Yeah, I second that. I second that. And anybody who's still plugging away and doing their thing, like I said, the wrestlers, I'm glad that they're still doing it. It's so easy to shut it down,
right.
And just say, but anybody who's still trying to entertain us, still trying to do things, that can make us feel like we still have a little bit of the life that we're accustomed to, and maybe we can have a laugh. I appreciate that too. So anyway, yeah, that's it for us. So that's East Coast Podcast. Hopefully next week when we see you, maybe everything will be all better. I don't know.
And we'll be inside.
Yeah.
Or maybe we'll
Back
come
in
to
the
you
studio.
by the beach.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready for that, brother.
A boardwalk podcast. That would be great.
Jersey Shore, man. Jersey Shore. If you haven't been there, you better get over there. It's nothing like you've seen. There's none of those douchebags that you saw on the show Jersey Shore.
Watch it. I was that guy.
That's
Watch
right.
it.
Oh, we got to tell that
10
story
years
one
ago,
day.
I was one of them.
That's right.
Partied
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, but that's going out of style. So there's not too many of them guys out there anymore. So anyway, that's East Roast Podcast. Take care of yourself. Be safe.
You crazy mother.
The East Roast Podcast.
Are you listening? You crazy mother. Damn.